It's coming home. Good morning, Patrick here with your daily dose of complete health, your local chiropractor from Eastbourne. So I have a confession to make. So despite the fact that I say it's coming home, I did give up watching the football last night in line with sticking with my daily principle of going to the gym. Now, I got caught up with the builders yesterday and I ended up taking an extra couple of hours going through stuff that we needed to get done on our house and actually explaining to them what we needed to do. And as a result, because that was such a priority and that was so important in my life and to get done and get sorted, that I ended up having to give up going to watch the football with my friends so that I could make sure that I got into the gym yesterday afternoon. And like I say, sometimes in order to achieve the targets and goals that we need to achieve, especially when it starts coming to things like health, we will have to give something else up in order to be able to improve on ourselves. So like I say, I actually ended up having to give up going for a few drinks with my friends and sitting and watching the football last night, and only really watched the highlights so that I could see what had gone on. But what is it that maybe you're not giving up that you should be giving up in order to be able to make the next step in your health journey? Maybe we should be giving up the sweets instead and actually taking up a healthier snack. Maybe we are going to the pub every Friday when we should be looking at actually doing some exercise first. So rather than necessarily always actually giving everything up completely, what things am I spending a lot of time doing that I could shorten down? Now, it was interesting. I used to live with a couple. I've lived with quite a lot of people because I've done a lot of house shares through university and through obviously my first early part of my professional career, because it made it affordable for me to live. But during those times, it was amazing how many people told me they didn't have time. They didn't have time to fully prep their meals. They didn't have time to go to the gym. They didn't have time. But then when I sat and observed their behaviors, quite often they would sit in their room watching TV for 2 to 3 hours a night. And interestingly, if you're watching TV for 2 to 3 hours a night and it takes 40 minutes for preparing a healthy meal, and it takes 45 minutes to get a quite vigorous exercise program going, you still have an hour and a half of watching TV every single night without actually having to change that much. So let me just ask again, what things could you quite comfortably sacrifice in order to improve on your health? Like I say, for me yesterday, I had to get the builders to sort the work out, so I had to spend that time with them, and as a result it meant that I gave up watching the football and only ended up watching the highlights. So if you ask me all about the game and how well everybody played today, I am not going to know everything because I didn't watch the whole game, I will admit it. Because like I say, for me, exercise is a non-negotiable in my life, and I had to make sure I got into the gym instead. Just think about it. What can you sacrifice? What can you improve? Patrick here from Complete Health. This is your daily dose, and I'll speak to you guys again very soon. Take care for now.